Hello and welcome to the United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United transfer news from Old Trafford. It is an uncertain time at Manchester United, and I tell you what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be scared. The last time I came up to Manchester on a non-match day, Mourinho got sacked. I don't think that's going to happen, but we're talking transfers, and Bruno Fernandes is obviously going to factor in. I mean, look, I've got to say this right now. I'd love Bruno Fernandes to come to Manchester United, but I think that the problems at Manchester United are far bigger than Bruno Fernandes now. Last night against Burnley, second half, we created nothing, and maybe Bruno Fernandes would help us to create things, but I think as United fans, and we're going to be filming something a bit later about Solskjaer's future, because you have got to compartmentalise things now. Yeah, the Woodward and Glazers are a joke, they're a disgrace, they're inept, but this has been going on for a long time. We've had the green and gold scarves, we've had the magazines, we've had everything, and they're still here. The fact is, should the manager still be here? He's lost more games than he's won in his time as the manager. Is giving him Bruno Fernandes just papering the cracks of cracks that can't be filled? Because there's no doubt that Bruno Fernandes would make us a better team. There's no doubt that Erling Haaland would have made us a better team. But will we ever have a manager befitting that? And I think that's the point. So we can talk about transfers, but I think United fans, as a United fan myself, I'm starting to think that now. Are we in a situation whereby you give him a player, we slightly improve, but will we ever get to where we want to get? And I suppose the best way I could explain that is you know, if we put a bit more petrol in the engine and we want to get to London and we only put enough to get into Banbury, well, maybe don't bother putting any petrol in anyway. Maybe get a new car, because I just don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has shown, or his coaching staff, anywhere near enough, and they've had enough time, ability or future planning or philosophy. I just don't think that. So I want Bruno Fernandes to come in, but I don't think it's going to convince me about what needs to happen with that football club in relation to coaching, because that was poor. That was really poor, and it's not the first time. Anyway, let's talk about the latest transfer news. Bruno Fernandes, as we understand it, is that he desperately wants to come to Manchester United. Don't tell me Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's not desperate for Bruno Fernandes. He'd be desperate for bloody any Fernandes. His brother Jim Fernandes, he'll take him at the moment. Anybody would do. Because Lingard, Pereira, Mata all had a go last night and couldn't break down a Burnley defence. So we need Bruno Fernandes. That is without question. The feeling is that Sporting Lisbon are very, very angry in relation to the contract negotiations or the fee negotiations from Woodward and Much and whoever else is involved in it. 5 million. They want 60 million euros. Manchester United want to pay 50 million euros, which is basically 40 to 50 million pounds in sterling, and United won't go up. I believe this is because we haven't got the money. I think we'll have to do this deal now. I think we have to. You can't have everyone standing up if you hate the Glazers last night, and basically most of the fan base saying maybe we love Ollie, but he's not good enough, and not pay 5 million to get a player that's. It would be a PR disaster for Manchester United not to bring Bruno Fernandes in. I think it would definitely happen now, but I applaud Sporting Lisbon for holding their ground, and they should hold their ground, because I tell you what, unless they were out last night on a paella night, or off playing karaoke, if they check the internet this morning, Sporting Lisbon, we're desperate, we need Bruno Fernandes, you'll get your money. And the fact that we've taken 2 weeks to get a deal done that we should have got done a long time ago is massively, massively embarrassing. We should have done this 2 weeks ago. We should have done it on January the 1st. We would have beaten Burnley with him last night. Would have been 3 points off top four. It is not good enough for Manchester United. Now, Manchester Evening News are talking about United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, before the game last night, apparently said he's told his players we're going to get a midfielder and an attacker. Well, let's assume that midfielder is Bruno Fernandes. Simon Stone last night saying that doesn't know whether the deal will get done. There's an impasse. United don't want to pay more. Sporting Lisbon don't want to pay less. Simon Peach, another tier one, he's been on before, interviewed by Flex. He's saying that Manchester United, they're dealing with a club that's a very destabilised club, Sporting Lisbon. They're not doing well in the league. Their fans are unhappy. They haven't got much money. They're miles behind their rivals. I don't know whether it was a typo, whether he's talking about Sporting Lisbon or Manchester United, because I see great big similarities there. But basically making out that Sporting Lisbon are making this deal hard for Manchester United. Wrong. Manchester United have made this deal hard for themselves. It is a seller's market in January. You very rarely get a player of the calibre of Bruno Fernandes available in January. We're very lucky, and we've messed it up. We've tried to squeeze money out of them that we shouldn't have done. We should have gone, thank you very much. 60 million is a fair price in the January transfer window. We need that player, and we go and get him. So we'll wait and see. Who the striker's going to be? Well, look, Cavani, Jovic on loan, Piatek, who is basically a Poundland Lukaku. We've just got rid of Lukaku. Let's go and get another striker who's got no ability apart from in the box. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know who the striker's going to be, but do you really think United are going to get the Fernandes deal done and a striker done by next Friday? It'll be a loan deal for a striker. We went over, apparently we sent scouts over to Lille versus Lyon the other night to watch Moussa Dembele. Straight after the game, Moussa Dembele comes out and says, I ain't leaving. Straight after the game, Babakari Samari comes out and says, I ain't leaving. So we've just wasted a trip over there to try out players who don't want to go. I don't know where Manchester United are going to go next. Jude Bellingham is very interesting at Birmingham. 30 million, it won't be 30 million. We ain't got 30 million. It'll be 5 million plus. If you get to the moon, we'll give you another 5 million. If you find life on Mars, we'll give you another 5 million. If you win the Grand National whilst riding Lou Van Gaal, I mean as a horse, not in any other way, you get another 5 million. It's just like, United add-ons are ridiculous. But Jude Bellingham is a good player. He's 16 years of age. Mason Greenwood, we absolutely love Mason Greenwood. He can be one of the best players ever. He's 18. Jude Bellingham's played over 30 games in the Championship. He's 16. This is a player I would buy and say, off you go back to Birmingham, see you in a couple of years, you keep developing yourself, because he could be stunning in 2 years' time. And maybe stunning's not the right word. When you say stunning, you start to think of he's going to win Miss World or something. I mean, as a footballer, he could be absolutely superb. So I've got no problem with that. But let's not forget, I don't mind signing Jude Bellingham, but that's an investment for the future. We need the players for now. That last night was a shambles. The players, I've said this before, the players ain't good enough. So we need players to come in. We need players now. We need money spending now. And Manchester United need to sort it out now. Because where we go, I don't know. I've never known it as bad in my lifetime. It's not ranting, it's not anger, it's a mess. And we need to sort it out. We've got another video coming out for you at lunchtime. We might have more coming on. Who knows? United might finally get their arse into gear and sign Bruno Fernandes. They might sack Solskjaer. I very much doubt it. But we have got a video about that coming out very, very soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Good to be here. Good to be here, because no matter what, that is what it's all about. Still gives me shivers. That's what Manchester United's all about. That's why it's important we have our voice and we have our say. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.